Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. I've been up since 5, took a shower, got dressed, got ready. And then this is the outfit we're sporting. I just have like regular black leggings. I got my boots on, and then I have like a crop top underneath this, and then I have a hoodie to go on top as well, depending on how cold it feels outside. I had the worst night's sleep. My room is facing a window which faces traffic, and all I heard all night were cars coming and going, which is great. Love that for me, but whatever, it's fine. And the drive is about 40 minutes away from here. So let's get it done. All right, so we have made it. One of my biggest fears, I think, as any woman would have, is hiking alone. Definitely can be a little bit, you're out in the middle of the woods, you don't know what's gonna happen. And right when I pulled up, I saw this guy. He was just kind of wandering around the parking lot, and I didn't think anything of it. I got out, I started getting my stuff together, as you saw, and he approached me. And then at that point, I could clearly tell that he was intoxicated. And he was kind of just slurring his words and started talking to me. And I said hi. I just didn't want to kind of make it worse. And then he starts kind of just talking about how his wife left him and how all this stuff. Long story short, it's a very uncomfortable situation. And it's like, that's honestly, I've watched so much true crime. I would say that's probably like my biggest fear, is being alone and there's nobody else around me except for him. And it's almost feeling like you have no choice. And that if I don't talk to him, I could anger him. And it might not end well, sort of thing. And it's just weird that that's kind of like one of my biggest fears in going out hiking alone. And that happened. Being with a guy who is clearly intoxicated and having nowhere else to go. But regardless, he actually drove away, which is a little bit concerning, seeing as how he seemed like he had been drinking. But he did drive away, and for whatever reason, he kept asking me how I knew his wife or where I met her. And I'm like, sir, I don't know your wife. And he's like, yeah, neither do I. And he got in his car and drove away. And now we're here. So I'm gonna just try to enjoy this hike because I'm excited. So I am low-key dying. And so far, hiked, let's see, I got started my 2.17 miles, and I think to the top it was 3.70. So we have ways to go, but over halfway there. So far I've only run into like 2 people, but it's gonna be good. I'm just so out of breath, to be honest. Oh my god, my camera angle. I thought it was gonna feel weird hiking alone, because I feel like usually hiking, it's nice to like have people to talk to, but I'm kind of weird. I do enjoy being alone, and I don't know, I kind of enjoy the silence. I listened to an audiobook for a little bit, so it's honestly not bad, and I think I'm just so focused on like not dying that it doesn't even bother me, because I feel like even if I had somebody, this thing is getting kind of strenuous that I can't even hold a conversation anyways. So, but back to it. Okay, so we have made it to the top. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me because it's so windy, but it's okay, so just got back. It was way too windy and like foggy at the top. Like it wouldn't have been enjoyable to sit down and eat, but I am starving. So I'm gonna eat. I made this like oat baked thingy. I don't know what it tastes like. I haven't even had it yet. It's good. It needs a little sweetness, but it's good. So I'm gonna eat this and start driving back. I ended up meeting this guy up there, and we ended up chatting the entire way down, which is great. It made it like a little bit less, you know, alone. We like exchanged socials, so it was great. It was a good time. But I'm gonna start heading back now. I think it's like a 2-hour drive, and I'll check back in with you after. Alright, as I was editing this, I realized that I completely forgot to film an outro. So overall, the trip was a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, I met somebody that was super nice and we had a lot in common, and just with a lot of things that have been going on, my biggest tip for anyone, if you've made it to the end of the video, if there is something that you want to do, whatever that may be, and you are capable of doing it alone, go do it. There is no need to wait around until we can do something with somebody else. And what I mean by that is we often hold things off from fear of doing something alone. And what I'm telling you is, life is just way too short to wait around. There might not be a tomorrow. We always assume that there's going to be a next day, but that is never promised. So whatever, sorry, I did not mean for it to get morbid, but that is just the truth. Death is inevitable. And just from recent things that have been occurring in my life, there's just I feel like we always think we have more time, and the fact of the matter is we don't. Like, you do not have all the time in the world, because you never know what is going to happen. You never know how much time you actually have. So whatever it is you want to do, just go out there and do it, because you don't want to have regrets. That's the only thing. I've been putting this trip off for years because I kept waiting for the opportune time, and literally Thursday I went on Airbnb, I booked the trip, and Saturday I was driving up there. So whatever it is you want to do, and if you have the ability to do it, just go out there and do it, and stop waiting around for this perfect opportune moment. So that is it. Thank you.